New images of Godzilla and Kong facing Scar King are revealed. In the past hours, the official account of Warner Japan has released a trailer of Godzilla and Kong, a new empire, where we see part of the battle they will have in the middle of a city. These images show how Kong and Godzilla fight to protect the planet from Scar King and his legions. In this video, we will be analyzing this trailer and the new images revealed. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. We begin the trailer with a scene of Kong soaring from one side of the city to the other. After receiving a big impact, Kong's body crashes into one of the buildings. But if we pay attention to the beginning of the trailer, we can see that the tail of a Titan, possibly Godzilla, is on the other side of the screen. This could mean that this is Godzilla attacking Kong. But why would Godzilla be attacking him if they are both protectors of the world? Different rumors claim that Scar King has the ability to control the will of the Titans. And perhaps what we are seeing is how Godzilla just hit Kong. Before we move on to the next scene, we must discuss Kong's robotic arm. In an interview with Total Film, which was reviewed by Screen Rant, the director of this film explained the origin of his arm and its purpose. Part of this interview reads as follows. According to the director, the technology's roots are actually connected to a company that played a big role in Godzilla vs. Kong. Check out Wingard's comments. And though Apex isn't in this story in a literal way, we kind of hint that Monarch absorbed a lot of the Apex technology after the last film. The glove Kong is wearing, it's somewhat insinuated that's Apex technology. As teased in the trailer for Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, it seems like Kong will be the first to encounter the Scar King in the Hollow Earth. Not liking the idea of another monster challenging his dominance in this dimension, it's possible that Kong will attempt to take down the Scar King alone before he knows the true extent of the creature's power. If he sustains an arm injury and is more or less defeated during this initial bout with the Scar King, this could be what spurs Kong to seek the help of his former enemy Godzilla to take the villain down. This means, since Kong suffered injuries to his body in the previous films, it was used technology to help with his arm. But this could be the gateway to the arrival of Mechagodzilla. It is possible that just as different secret groups have created the technology to enhance the abilities of the Titans, it is possible that the government is creating a robotic Titan in the occult, and perhaps this will be one of the next villains in the MonsterVerse. But we'll talk about that in another video. Let's go back to the newly revealed images. In these scenes, we can see several interesting things. The first thing is that it's confirmed that Kong is not the last of his kind, since there are other apes of the same size living in the Hollow Earth. But they seem to fear Scar King. We can see that in the eyes of Scar King, a type of energy is seen, which could be linked to the power to control Titans. This could be Scar King's army, receiving orders to come to the surface. There is one element that has not yet been fully explained, and that is how they will communicate with each other. Possibly they will use sign language as some apes do in various zoos, and the audience could see subtitles of their plans. I think the MonsterVerse could go from powerful villains whose sole purpose is to destroy or acquire power, to more complex villains with deeper motivations, such as conquering the world. In previous MonsterVerse movies, we have seen how Kong has communicated with humans using sign language, but it is believed that Scar King comes from a lineage of apes that have been living in the Hollow Earth for millions of years. If Scar King really is as intelligent as people think, it could even have a type of spoken language similar to that of humans. This would change the perspective we have of the Titans quite a bit. We move on to a scene of Godzilla and Kong running for their lives as the Hollow Earth is collapsing. It is possible that these two Titans entered the Hollow Earth to stop Scar King's army, causing the destruction of that realm, and leaving Scar King no choice but to rise to the surface. We move on to a scene of Scar King on the beach. This is a scene we have seen in previous trailers, and it shows how big Scar King is compared to other titans. This ape is said to be this big because he has been feeding on radiation for a long time, and he also feeds on other titans. It is described as an intelligent cannibal. We move on to the showdown between Kong and Scar King. This is the big reveal of the trailer, as we get to see Kong hit Scar King with his mechanical arm. Scar King flies through the air and is greeted with a Godzilla tailspin. Many have described this scene as if Kong and Godzilla were playing ping pong with Scar King. This is one of the reasons why we think there must be a much more powerful villain in the story, such as Shimo or another legendary titan that is being reserved. On his own, Scar King is not that powerful of a villain, and we see how Kong and Godzilla can easily defeat him when they work together. Although, as I mentioned to you, there are rumors that Scar King has the power to mind control the Titans. Perhaps we will first see a fight between Kong and Godzilla and Scar King's followers, and then face this villain. We move on to a scene in which Godzilla is breaking a layer of ice. And this image could hide the real villain of the story. I'm talking about Shimo, one of the Titans that we have seen in other previews, and that could be under the control of Scar King. The first time we knew about Shimo was in paintings inside the caves, where they showed Shimo fighting with Godzilla in the past in a Call of Duty video game. This shows that Shimo is an old villain for Godzilla and has the ability to freeze everything in his path with his freeze ray. In recent months, images have been revealed which appear to be Shimo. This could be Scar King's secret weapon, but we'll talk about Shimo in his own video. What is clear is that Godzilla was trapped in the ice and has broken it, which implies that if he is really fighting Shimo, Shimo has frozen him, but has not been able to stop Godzilla. We are just days away from the release of this movie. We are excited to know what the MonsterVerse brings us for the future. There's one other thing we should mention before we finish this video. At the beginning of this trailer, we saw how Kong gets hit, and we speculated that it could be Godzilla being controlled by Scar King. But there is also the possibility that it could be Shimo. But tell me, what do you think of the images revealed in the trailer? Why is it so easy for Godzilla and Kong to beat Scar King? Is there a hidden villain? Will Godzilla and Kong have to fight Shimo? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.